Can you believe I actually forgot to plug the switch in? Nope. I always forget something when I start. Hello everyone. I'll start in just a few seconds. I'm just plugging stuff in. And it wants to go in. It doesn't. No, it's the wrong way. That's why it won't go in. It looked like it was, but it wasn't. So yeah, sorry about not streaming yesterday. I was supposed to, but I got watching the Queen's funeral, and I watched it from start to finish, the whole thing. It was like from 8 a.m. till about 6 p.m. Yeah, it was a long day. So I watched the full thing. So that's why I didn't stream yesterday. I was going to stream after it, but then I was like, not only was I tired, but I just didn't want to do anything. So I haven't done any work in here. I literally, this is exactly how I ended the last one. I started here. I also need to find my scissors when I can, because I've just noticed a hole in my pants. That's great. So today we're not doing much. We're just filling in the backgrounds of these, because I think it's about damn time we did them, because we need to do them. We need to get them finished, so we might do one, but I don't think we're going to. So I'm just gonna put some music on before I forget. Oh, you won't believe it. I pre-ordered the new Pokemon Switch. You know, the Scarlet and Violet Pokemon Switch. I pre-ordered it. I'm so happy. I was so excited. I saw it and I was like, oh, no way. So I asked my mum if I could get it, and she went, oh yeah, let's do it. 20 quid to pre-order, by the way. And the game does not come with it. So I don't know if that's a plus or a... not a plus or a negative or a plus. Just trying to find the perfect moon, sorry. I don't know whether to go with a circle moon or a crescent. I was also listening to, I think he's called Paranoid DJ. Yeah, Paranoid DJ. Listening to his Has-Been music. Perfect. So good. What music am I in the mood for today? Hang Time would be nice. Well, it's Saturday now. I'll start eventually, one sec. So let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Funeral love lilies today though. All proper. It was pristine and flawless to the very last detail. Even the route the car took as it was on its way to Windsor was just pristine. It was going past all the monuments to people that were important in her life. It was just so sweet. Very last detail. It was all well thought out. Perfect. I didn't get to see the car go past. I just sat at home and watched it. Very nice to watch though. It was nice learning stuff about her as well that you wouldn't generally know. Like a lot of people were telling stories that they didn't fully know. Hello. Oh, I just realised I didn't share the stream out like I usually do every morning. Forgot. Whoops. Hi, long time no talk. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got my hair done today. And I got new glasses. I'm happy that I can see a bit better now. How are you doing? Did you see the funeral? And I know loads of people did watch, but I know loads of people didn't because they don't give two flying hells, which I don't, but I'm not going to put anyone down for not watching it, because if you're already emotional as it is and you don't really like death in a way, but it was a lovely send-off if you didn't watch any of it. It was very nice. Died yet. I just said it cut because it was getting. I'll turn the camera on 1 sec. I just need to see what the comments said because I didn't get to see all of it. And to not drag my fan off the table. See, look, it's really short now. And I had it shaved all at the back. Don't know if you could see it, but it's all shaved now. I got insulted the other day, so I didn't want to keep having the camera on because someone insulted how I look, so I just felt really shit and I didn't want the camera on. And like I said, these are new glasses as well. So they're plastic along the front and black on the sides. And they're also tinted, so I don't have to deal with the lights. Because light's shit. Because my arms ache, I have to have my hair very short anyway, but I still want to look feminine, so I have it very long on the front. And then short on the back. Well, it cost me 25 quid as well, which is really cheap. Usually mine costs like 50 or 80 quid usually. To get everything dyed and it cut, it'll cost me like £80 now, if not 90. It's really fucking stupid how much it costs. But because it's a lot done, but it is bollocks when it costs like, one time it cost like 80 quid, I think it cost, because of the pay rise and it, because of the thing that got put up, it just costs so much money. How come I've got more people watching when I didn't even share it? Like I said, I shouldn't even bother sharing it nowadays. Maybe I'll get more people watching if I don't share it. But I'm just building a moon today and to go with Lunala, and then we'll be filling in the back, because yesterday, because you haven't been here, but I'll show you, we did them two. And we did this one as well. And this is what we did today. Still filling in this moon. I didn't do a stream yesterday because I was watching Queen's funeral. It was lovely watching it. It was really nice. I bloody heartbroken when I saw the corgis. I was like, no, the corgis have lost their mum. What background blue do you think we should do? Do you think we should do shulk so it looks like stars with like bigger versions of this? Okay. Have fun. I think we're going to do a mixture of these two. Hello everyone. How's everyone else been? I'm not one for chatting that much. If you get me talking in a conversation, I'll talk, but I can't really think of anything to talk about off the tip of my head. I don't do that much. I don't have that much to talk about, sadly. Like, I was gonna start this video a bit sooner, but I got watching a video. So, poo on me. But I got to pre-order the Scarlet and Violet Switch today, so that'll be beautiful when it arrives. When it comes time to pick it up. If you want to pre-order it yourself, I recommend going to Smith's and having a nosy, because you may still be able to pre-order it. It comes out on the 4th of November, so if you want it, I'd go and pre-order it soon. If you live in the UK, it's $315 for it, which is only 15. It's $320. It's only 15 quid dearer than buying a new OLED itself. But if you want the Pokemon's obviously decal all over it, then you have to pay the 15 quid dearer, which isn't bad, to be honest. From what they could have done, I don't think that's that bad. Thank you. It does look good. I got to make a new dog yesterday, so you may get to see him later. He's called Lulu. Speaking of, I don't know how to refer to you. I feel weird calling you Galaxy, but I want to make you a new dog for my channel because I want to be able to do more character pictures where I put your character with doing stuff. Because I've got a Halloween sort of series I want to do, and they're all going to be short paints, and it's going to be... Actually, I can try and show the camera one of the paintings I already did. It's going to be poor. That's one of them, when the camera wants to focus on it. So it's just going to be like a bus, like a portrait. It's just a portrait. And I wanted a new character for you. Because I know Bella was yours, but are you okay? Oh, call you Jack. Yeah, you're going to have to remind me. I've got one funny enough, a dog called Joker Jack. Have you seen him? Because he was meant to... He's Joker, but Knights is his younger brother, so it's basically in... I guess it could be an alternate universe, or... There are alternate versions of Joker and Batman, and it's if Joker was Batman's elder brother, in a sense. Because Joker Jack is what he's called, and then Knights is his younger brother. But how the story goes is he doesn't know that it's his younger brother is Knights. He just thinks it's someone who looks like him. But Knights never takes off the mask because his face is very scarred because of an accident, which how he thinks his brother died. Yeah, send it, mate. And if it's if you want, have you seen Joker Jack though? Because he's usually one of my... When I do Christmas paintings, he's usually one I go to. Funny enough, he's one of my favourites so much I've got him on a cushion. I'm sure you've seen him. I mean, he's not that yet. He's old enough that you should know who he is. But I need to chat with you so we can I can design a new one. Or you haven't seen Joker Jack? I'm upset. He's like one of my most favourite... I was obsessed with drawing Batman characters at one point, to the point where I do just loads of... they're on the cover for when I did the Evil Within and Telltale Batman playthroughs. That's who's on the cover. I can't show a picture off now. Weirdly enough, he's not on my phone either. That's bizarre. One sec, I'll see if I can find it. Because Knights is quite a good character, and he technically is owned by me. Because if I do voices for him, I'd be the one voicing him. I'm not doing an impression because it sounds cringy. If I needed to do something with him, I'd voice for him, but like now I'm not doing it because it's cringy. But I've still got all the old ones. I just feel a bit funny doing... I just feel a bit funny drawing your character and it's a girl. And I know it's technically not a girl, it just picks and chooses what gender it's gonna be. So it's different. But... God, the buffering in my phone is tard. When Facebook decides to load... if you can see him. I'll just, you know what, I'll send you the picture over Discord in a second. So that's Joker Jack and Knight, and obviously you can tell who's who. One sec. Yeah, just because I'm streaming don't mean you can't send me messages though. Basically just send me a message whenever, even if I'm asleep. You'll know when I'm asleep when I don't answer you. Sorry, my phone's just dragging its arsehole on the floor when it comes to sending messages. I'll have a look at your message as soon as it loads. But I don't know if mine loaded. Let's see if putting my phone on my minutes will work instead of the Wi-Fi. It's just so slow on my internet. I don't know how it's working on the stream. Yeah, Jokes Jack's, he's also got brother Jeremiah, which I didn't bother, Jerome and Jeremiah, I didn't bother changing the name. Because it's not, I know it's based off him, but it's not like it's an absolute rip-off. Because I know Lou looks too much like the person I basically copied him off. A steel picture's still uploaded. I'm gonna refresh Discord. Oh. Why does he have to mean that? He's cool though. Isn't that Nightfall Sans? Or Genocide Sans, isn't he called, or something like that? It's not Gino, it's the other one. Cara Sans or something like that. It's got a weird name. But like I said, if anybody wanted to claim a dog and that's one of mine, depending on who it is, yeah, you can. I'll attach your name to it, sure. And if you want pictures or anything drawn with it, you can adopt him. But technically, if I want to draw pictures, yeah, he's cool. If you want to, I'll say this again just while you're here. If you want to adopt a dog, I'll draw pictures of it, and you can keep and take the pictures, and you can even like sort of say, oh, can you draw a picture with such and such a body and do this? Depending on the dog, I'll say yes and no, because if it's like Hitch, obviously mine. Diablo is mine. I think Eclipse is off the market too. Eclipse is the dogs that I'm listing are important, like characters for story, so they've got to stay like in character. But Joker, Jack, and Knight do have a story, as far as I'm concerned. But they can be done out of character. Like, I know someone said they wanted them where they were kissing, and it was like, they're brothers. What are you talking about? And they're like, but it's Batman and Joker, they're not brothers. And I was like, Knights and Jack are. So I just looked at them weird. I did the picture, but I still looked at it weird. Because it just made me feel uncomfortable. I was like, what? Doing any of the characters that ain't properly dating in a situation like that is weird. But I know I've got a few characters that you would look at funny, but they are dating like... I'm only good at animals, so if you want me to make him a skeleton, I'm not good at that. I've tried, but if you look back at actually, I'll have to find that picture and send it you. But I did Sans and Papyrus's dog skeletons, and if you think of the Gaster Blaster head, I can do something like that. A cat's fun. I haven't got many cats. The only one I've got is Narendra, which is... Well, to be honest, just because my thing of catalogue is called dog art, it doesn't mean it has to all be dogs. I've got cats, I've got rabbits, I've got loads. I've even got bats, so it's not as weird as... I've got even some fish, even some hybrids. It doesn't have to be a real thing. But I've been trying to do a lot of cats recently. And I know one of the newest ones I made, Lulu. He's like a dog, but with goat aspects. So he just looks like a really rabid dog with hooves and horns. Because obviously he's meant to be like based off Lucifer, that's why he's called Lulu. But he's got a lovely Easter egg because he was made yesterday on the Queen's funeral. Technically, I'm giving him... Yeah, demons are classed as well, because technically, if you ask me what Hitch is a robot that's possessed by a demon's soul who is a Wendigo. So, don't even get me started, because Hitch has the little antler studs in her back, but she also has bones on the back that come out of her back, and it's where her wings would be, but they were taken off due to bad behaviour. Ace, or Ace's dog, which is confusing. Ace Stimlock's dog, Stimlock, is, he's a demon. But I've not done much with him because he's not mine to touch, because it's Ace's. So I don't touch Ace that much. The only thing I did do is his demonic form is he has, like, you know, Nightmare Bill Cipher when he turns all red and he said he's got to make the kids into corpses. Well, he can do that. He has a separate mouth on his stomach, and he even goes red and yellow the same. And I've done a few pictures of that. But yeah, if you want to talk to me on Discord whenever, just give me a shout and I'll talk to you, because I can even do some silent streams. I'll record while I talk to you. Even if you're playing a game and doing whatever, I'll talk to you. Because half the time I talk to no one. Because I haven't had my camera on a couple of days because I felt uncomfortable with my face. Because someone said I had an horrible face, so I just felt uncomfortable recording with the camera on. So I've had it off the last couple of times I've been recording. But I needed to record today because I didn't record all yesterday. And I just wanted to fill this background in, because I don't want it to be like just me talking to the wind doing this background. So I just picked a simple background and just want to do rolls while I speak. But yeah, if you can think of it, some of the dogs I've got nature is like bizarre, like Eclipse. He is basically a breed of creature I've made up. So he's got a dog sort of body and face, but he's got this really big puffy bit of fur that looks like a coat, and it looks like an overcoat sort of thing, his fur. And it's just basically a big piece of fur that sticks up and a coat, but his jaw can detach, and his jaw is sort of, it looks like it's only up here, but his jaw actually goes all the way down his body, and he can basically open himself up so he can eat, because he's like the embodiment of like hunger. He'll eat everything in his path. That's majorly the main thing goal. He and Era were made together, and he's sort of where Era creates, he'll eat everything. And that's sort of where the series goes, because it's him and Era fighting. But obviously there's a bit more, it's more complicated than that. But I love designing characters. If you want, it's a prototype, but you can tell me what you think. I'll send you the picture of Lulu. Like I said, he's based off Lucifer from Hazbin Hotel, if you've seen him. So you can tell from a mile. But I'm tweaking him. But I am going to fix him so he looks less like Lucifer from Hazbin. I'll send you the picture anyway. Yeah, I'll draw a picture and see what you think, but you'll have to give me some more ideas, because I'm pretty good at drawing nowadays, so just give me a sort of rough idea what you want. You can pick literally anything. It doesn't even have to be a dog, a cat. It can be something completely made up. Or if you look up some of my past designs, you can pick it. Like, I've got my own species of creature, and it's like, they're called elders, and that's basically what he is, and it's basically a dog sort of body, but they have like horns or antlers depending on if gender required. But this is my own species, and they've got like claws that are just, the hands are full claw, and they're very peculiar, and there's very sharp requirements that are done with them. The only ones that I've got are elders is Noro, Rads, Valen, and now Lulu, that are on that spectrum of creatures. That same creature. Eclipse is a hybrid of a few, so he's like one of these, but he's not really one of these. These are like, he's like what they would be if they tried to be like on a god level. These are elders where he's on a god spectrum, so it's quite weird how it goes, because depending on what class the dog, because you got to bear in mind, all these dogs are based off, like, if you did something in life, like, think about it, like, you made like a topic, so like, you were the creator of you made the first paintbrush, you made the first music video. I'm saying that it's something that empowered you in life, so like me, it'd probably be my art or something. So to be honest, error is meant to be interpretation of me in the world, because I love to draw and make characters. She loves to draw and create characters. She's a bit shy and a bit, doesn't always register when something happens to someone. She doesn't always read the situation quite well, which I think is myself pretty well. So Era does the same, even though she's a lot more naive than probably I'm not that naive, but she is very naive. But then there's like sort of, so there's all different ones, and some take priority over. Because I remember Hatro was one of my favourites that I made when I was younger. He's a golem, and he's a dog looking, and but the major part of him is he's all fluffy on top, but then his stomach is actually a brick wall, because golem, and he's got a cobweb on his face because spiders actually live inside. But he was like the embodiment of like aging or waiting and something like that, so he's got the cobwebs symbolising he's been waiting around for a while. And it's really bizarre how the concept of like time, because that's what he was supposed to be at first. He was concept of like time, like decay sort of thing, so when everything decays it sort of crumbles, and that's what he does, he crumbles. He can repair himself, but he'll never be as good as he used to be, and he always comments on the fact that he feels old and stuff like that. But it doesn't stop him being with his partner Ryuka, who's I took a test, and apparently, depending on the colours you pick for a persona, depends on your personality. So I took the personality test, and I got a blue deer. So I made her into more of a doggy blue deer, and I got this like vibrant, fiery personality, and she's more. I tried to make her. There's about 3 characters that sort of resemble me. Hitch is what I want to be, where she's very confident. But she's also a bit sadistic, but that's not what I want to be, so she's slightly wrong, Hitch. Ryuka is how I feel, and then Eru is what I'm probably like, more hand. But Ryuka's just very, she wants to be with Hatcher no matter what. They were the first characters I ever did dating. Then there was Rads and Valen, who were one of the first like gay couples, pretty much. It's a bit weird saying they're a couple because Valen is a lot older than Rads. But the reason why Valen likes Rads is because I haven't made this really publicly on the YouTube channel, because I haven't drawn many pictures of Valen and Rads. Seems that they were made as my iPad broke, so I never got to draw the pictures of them. But Rads looks like Valen's old wife. But Valen's old enough now that he's had kids, they're in college sort of thing, so they've moved on and they don't really need the dad anymore. And obviously he's just lonely and fed up, so he met this like, he's not young that he doesn't know what he's doing, he's like 23, 25 sort of thing, but he's still like late 30 sort of thing, but they don't do anything scandalous, they just keep each other company. But I'm not drawing shit of them together. Anywho, they're dating, but they don't do anything. That's as far as I'm taking it. But they're just like cool concepts that I've really liked the idea of it. Because Valen just wants company more than anything. Because Valen's like the embodiment of disease and death. So he's like proper scared to get with Rads due to the fact he don't want what happened to his wife to happen to him. Because his wife caught one of Valen's diseases by mistake, and she ended up dying from it. So he's scared to get close to anyone, but Rads is already polling, because Rads is, if you don't know what Rads are, it's how we measure radiation levels. So he's like already radioactive, so he's already poorly and got radiation poisoning anyway. So, but he's not poorly with it, he's a lot brighter than every other dog. You'll literally glow because of the radiation levels. And he has to, like, sort of keep radiation in his system. So if you look at his leg, he's got an actual injector where he has to put radiation levels, and it says if they're high or low, the colour of the radiation measurer or thing on his leg will change depending on the colour. So if it's red, that means it's dangerously low. If it's yellow, it means it's like concerning, and if it's green, it means it's fine. And you'll actually see that in some of the drawings I actually did in the past when I was testing the design. He's sort of like got a mad scientist sort of nerd to him, but he don't look his age. But he looks like a teenager, but he's not. But he's all yellow, and I really like the design, because one of the thing is he's got one eye looks a bit different than the other, and he's actually broke one of his ears, so one looks like the ear's been split. And one's a full ear, which you can actually tell, because one's just like, looks like a crescent moon, like a horn, and the other is obviously the full ear. He's got one shaggy piece of fur here, and then it's very short on one side, because obviously something must have blown up in his face and damaged his ear. So I just really liked the design of Rads. He was one of my favourites. I made him while I was in hospital, because I didn't have much to do. I was sat. Funny enough, I made Rads because I had to get an X-ray on my neck, and they had to inject me with radiation so they could see through my neck. It was a very low dosage, but while I was sat on that table being unable to move while the X-ray was going on, I was just thinking, oh, this would be a cool character design. So I was thinking of that because I was still on the boat with Valen, because Valen wasn't very old. So I was drawing Valen a lot. So I was like, oh, I'd love to do more company with Valen. Funny enough, I had already done Valen's wife design and his kids. So I was like, oh, I could do, like what I've just said, a partner for Valen, and it could be something sweet, like a guy that just happens to look like his wife, sort of thing. Just saying that, it's Kratos, isn't it, the second one? You can have two characters that are like yin and yang together. I did that years ago with the yellow. I had a yellow and blue dog. And what they were is it was like the good and the bad side. Yeah, I thought I got it right. Good and the bad side. And they even had little hearts. It was when I was into Undertale I drew them a lot. Roughly it was the time when I should have seen them. It was when I had my iPad. To be honest, they're more on my Facebook, so if you nosed through my dog art folder on my Facebook, you'd probably find them. Because a lot of the old pictures I did when I was like at college with you were from you. Bella's in there, controls are in there. There's loads there, loads of hours, loads of ones you'll recognise that were like your time. There's even some updated ones, so like Joker Jack's design is in there, Valen Plague's design is in there, but because it's Facebook, the design's dropped. I started uploading to not Discord, DeviantArt as well, so if you want to see the Narenda, that was a good one. He was quite popular. I keep getting posts about that every day. Someone liking the Cult of the Lamb paints I did. I did a few that the public will not see though. Poor Narenda. Literally, you already make him your bitch in the game, so everyone just is like jumping on the bandwagon. Right, he's a bitch now. I like the pictures though, they're good. I like during the render. I actually did the thumbnail. So like the thumbnail like I did for the Minecraft ones, like this, the one you'll see it when the video's uploaded, mainly tomorrow, because I always forget to do the thumbnail. I did one for Cult of the Lamb, and it's ready and set, and I'm so happy with how it turned out. It looks so good. Because it's Narendra holding Lambie. I call it Lambie because it doesn't state a name, it just calls you Lamb. But I want the lamb to be female, so Lambie. I like Bambi, so Lambie. So if I'm referring to it, it's Lambie. But everyone calls it either Lambert or Lambie, so I'm not the only one who does it. But yeah, there's some dogs that have a really cool design, like, I know I keep going on about Valen, but I was so proud of Valen Plague's design because he was completely original. Kind of. The design where I got the inspiration to make Valen Plague is his name, Valen. He was actually made, I was bored on Valentine's Day. So Valen. And I was really into, the Plague Inc. game. The one where you can, like, distribute viruses around the world. The mobile game. Yeah, I played that a lot at the time as well. So I was like, oh, I'll grab the picture and see what kind of design I get off using all the colours. So I basically grabbed the logo and just picked palette all the colours and see what I got, and I made Valen. And I was like, oh, I like the design. He wasn't originally a favourite, but the more and more I worked with him, the more I liked him. Because he has these things on his arm where the bone actually pops out, and you can see, like, bits of bone popping out of his arm. One side broke, one side isn't. He has the toxic or radiation logo. Oh, yeah, I remember the skeleton with the crown. I'm not good at skulls, though. What animal skull would you say is your favourite if you had to pick one? Personally, I think goat skull or cat or demon or deer skull are the best. Have a look at some skulls and see which one you like. I think you would like this game. If you have a look up A Hat in Time, you'll really like the story because I think the fandom's just as weird as Undertale was. There's been plenty of designs that have like come and gone, and I've even sold a few. Like one of my favourites was him. I know he don't look like much, but I love the colour. The idea of the design, like this bit, is so cool because it's like it's burnt, but it looks like a burnt cloth. But I just love the design of him. He's really cool. He's a Pac-Man ghost, by the way. He took me so long to get. This guy has a story of notoriousness. He cost me so much pain to get hold of this thing. You think, oh, plushie, you just go out and buy it. Not when they're only available in the crane machine. It took me about 6 crane machines to find this ass, and then when I did, I couldn't win him because he's so fucking heavy. I ended up having to order him off eBay. He cost me about 20 quid on eBay. This plushie probably alone cost me like 60 quid to get hold of, because I put that much money in the crane, and then I bought him once on Amazon, but I got the wrong one, and then I finally got him on eBay. I was so happy when I actually had him in my hand. I'm like, this fucker, never leaving my side. So he sits near my bed, because I'm actually on my bed now. So he just sits here. I'm moving my fan a little bit because I can't feel any of it. It's not even pointing my way. I was like, I wonder why it's so warm in here. Maybe because the fan's not even facing me. Yeah. I'm usually quite lucky with the crane, because I got, where is it? There he is. I got this in the crane from Blackpool. It took me like 6 tries, but I ended up only paying like, I paid like I paid roughly a 550 for it, but I saw him outside in the shops, and he was like, it was a tenner to buy him in the shop, so I roughly paid half price in the crane. And then I did it again, and I won a Spider-Man, and I won it on my first try, so I technically played like 25p for this Spider-Man plush I got for Danny, because Danny really likes Spider-Man. So if you want to talk to Danny about anything, it's either Spider-Man or My Hero Academia. I also had, when I went on my try for a third go because I was bored and it was the last of my change, I ended up winning a Mandalorian plush as well in about 3 goes. I said I'm only ever going on the crane machine when I go to Blackpool because for some reason you win. I'm really good at the crane, but do it anywhere other than Blackpool, I'll never win. But I mean 25p, so you get like 4 goals per pound, so it's great. So I've got tons of goals for Spyro, but he's worth it. I don't care. Technically, if you want to know why he's in a weird position, he's charging, because his legs are doing the charge. But I usually have him sat on my bed like that. Love Spyro. Could be a demon dog away. If there's meant to be like a good and evil, a good thing that people do is a cat and a dog fighting. But I've got, because Danny did a painting, I did a painting a while ago on an app called Colour Live, and it was, I know you're not into Pokemon that much, but there's a song done by Man on the Internet, and it's Groudon versus Kyogre. If you don't know these Pokemon very well, but it's a water whale and a fire lizard. I dumbed it down very much. And what they do is Kyogre wants the land to like dominate most of the Earth's surface, where Kyogre wants the water. So they sing. This song sings and they're fighting. I love the voices in that song. It's one of like my most favourite songs, and I did that because Danny's dog, Nats, is the fire dog, and he also has another one called Luna, who's the water dog, because he just took it. But I love designing these dogs, because Betrayus I haven't drawn in a long time. Yeah, I didn't bother changing his name. He'll be Betrayus all the time. But I love designing characters, is one of my favourite things to do. Sometimes I have that many characters. Like, I think I have over 60 characters last I checked. But some I haven't drawn, some I've abandoned, some I won't probably draw again. Some I've sold. I know most of the bats are sold. If you see the Halloween bats, most of them were sold. Like the It one, the Saw one. Yeah, they were all sold. They were all badges for people, but they said I could post the video. So I did. But yeah, if anybody wants to pick a character, I can design characters and ref sheets, but I can't do much because I'm literally drawing on this. And have you seen how big it is? It's about the size of my fingers. So drawing portraits or anything on this sucks ass. But I do try my best. Like, most of my paintings you'll see recent are all drawn on my phone. It's that overused and drawn. If you can see it in the light without the screen coming on, there's so many scratches like in the middle of... Why won't it turn off? There's so many scratches in the middle of the screen because of my nails touching it. Drawing. It's sad, really. You can see my VR... Oh, wrong way. You can see my VR headset behind it. I miss using that, but it just depresses me going on, and not only does it make me sick when I go on, but most of the people I like talking to ain't there. Ace got one but doesn't use it, so it's slightly disappointing because he broke it and then never fixed it. But his reason to why he never fixed it was he always wanted to improve it but just never had the money. So it's like 300 quid down the shitter and he's not even going to use it. So it just seems stupid to me. But I don't want to say too much because I'm not dwelling on Ace at the moment because I'm slightly already upset with situations out of my control with it, so I don't really want to talk about it. But I'm so frustrated. There's no fucking the word frustrated is the wrong word entirely. It's pissed off is not the right word. Do you know Ratchet and Clank, by the way? Because I made a nefarious wire doll. Because these I made at one point as well. I got that bored during the lockdown. I just started finding ways to make stuff. Plushies, not only did they require a lot, but they were very hard to make. So I made wire dolls. Basically, it's just a glorified voodoo doll. But yeah, so he's all wool wrapped around like 2 pieces of wire, and it took hours. He's got little hands that are nails. They are really sharp, by the way. He's got a head. He's not finished, technically, because I need to do, like, detail on this, and he needs proper... I forgot. He needs something. I know he needed... His arm's really popped out of its socket. One sec. But I made these at one point. His arm's really fucked, and I don't know what's happened to it. There you go, that's fixed it. I don't know what happened then. His arm was just really bent. It's supposed to look like this. But this is like my first attempt at making one of these wire dolls. So he's got the little pipes. He's got his little back things. Yeah, I was very happy. Because, I mean, look how big he is. He's about as big as my head. He's very big. I don't know what's a good size comparison. Here's my phone. His torso's about as big as my phone. Yeah, his head. Because this is just like a foam egg. And I just stuck nails in it. And that's literally how it's staying on. There's like really sharp nail inside it. So this thing's a fire. Dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. He's like full of nails and pins and stuff. Really sharp. But I'm very careful with him. His feet were quite fun. You can even see the nail in the bottom of his foot. Where I've stuck it down. Because he's basically just wire and string. But yeah, the concept of a voodoo doll, as long as you don't put anything cursed or you have no hatred when you're making it, it's technically not a voodoo doll, it's a string doll. The thing that makes it a cursed voodoo doll is you have to, not only is there more steps, but it's the fact of you filling it with your hatred and basically what you need is like, when I was looking up how to make these string dolls, voodoo dolls kept popping up as well. So it was like, to make a voodoo doll, you'd have to not only make the doll, but you'd have to get some of their hair. There was a plant you were supposed to put in. I'm going to say plant, I'm not naming the plant. There was a plant you're supposed to put in, and something else you put in. And then what you're supposed to do is wrap it, stab it, and then burn it. Jesus! Why did my phone make that noise? Scared the hell out of me. It vibrated on my controller. It scared the shit out of me because I've never heard that noise before. Did you just post this now in the chat or... Oh. Yeah, that's handy. Thank you for copying and pasting that, because I can sort of use it as a concept. Did you see the papyrus and sands I did? I have been having so much trouble finding a hammer bead water bottle, by the way. I've been looking, but I can't find one. I'll have to have another look. This song I love. Peace and Tranquility from A Hat in Time is the boss bop. Yeah, I said I'd make them for you. Bill is right next to him as well. They're not... Where they are, they're on... I'll show you now. They're on this side. So this is like the main area where everything is. So like, this is one of my main tree houses. there's all my boats and things and everything else, and they're right above it. That was like one of the... these were like the first ones as well. So yeah, they're right above it. And I made Bill very glowy because Bill needs to be glowy. I wish I could find a better Bill, but that was like one of the best Bills I could find. But yeah, they turned out really nice. I don't know who else to put here, so if you want a particular character, Undertale or not, but I guess I could try and fit like one or two more, like pick another Undertale character you'd like. It can be someone as hard as a Gaster Blaster or someone as easy as Gaster's face, whatever you want. Just give me a shout what you want, because that section can be for you, I don't mind. There were other spots in that place that I didn't decorate, like one of the few of them walls were for my friend who ditched me, so... But I'm not destroying anything I've done. I've moved a few of her things, I've deleted a few of her things that just bugged me, but even some of her things... Ink sands because it's Minecraft. Nera. I could try and find them and see if I can find them. Because my friend who ditched me did this wall down here. And I really liked it. So I didn't want to delete it just because I fell out with her, because I actually liked it. Because a lot of this in here was made by... we did it together. Because a lot of it's horses. She liked horses, so I did loads of horsey stuff. But I don't want to delete it just because I fell out with her, because I like horses anyway. So it don't matter. But I'm not being petty and ruining my world just because I fell out with her. I find that stupid. I'll try and see if I can find some of the Fan Sands designs as grid. If you can find grid art sands or anyone you want, just send it me and I could do it in a stream, because I'm always open to... if anybody's got any grid artwork and they want to send it and they think it'll look good in my world, as long as it's not like a pixel dick or something, I'll put it in. I'd love a Rick and Morty one, but I can't think of a good one. Oh, have you seen the new Rick and Morty episodes? If not, and you want to watch them, I can send you a link to our website where you can watch them now. Because the third episode's up. It made me fucking uncomfortable. I'm sorry, but you'll probably... I'm confused. The delay sucks. I need to slow down as I'm talking and actually wait for a reply. Did you say you have seen it? Because I don't want to say something and spoil it. But if you've seen it, then I don't care. If it spoils right for anyone, that's everyone else's fault. Because there's a few shows I recommend, but it seems that you don't have Netflix. But I believe they're on that, if you remember that old website, Minecraft dick. Yeah, I don't want that, thank you. I'm still mad. Someone was being an absolute twat to me at one of my colleges, and I was drawing in my sketchpad, and I used this as my workbook as well, because I'd write notes in from lesson, but I'd draw as well. And someone said that they liked my drawing, so they said could they draw, and they drew a massive dick in a permanent marker right on one of my pictures. And it was a character ref sheet as well. So I had to stare at it, redraw the picture when I had a big dick in my face as well, because someone decided to draw that on a character's ref sheet. So I had to redraw the character ref sheet. Wasn't as good as the first one, and I had to throw about 6 pages of the book as well, because the marker went through the paper, because it's shit book. When I showed it to the teachers, they said I shouldn't draw stuff like that in my books. I was like, yeah, because I'd really draw a dick over a picture that I've spent 3 hours drawing. Yeah, of course I'm going to do that, in a Sharpie of all things. I said, I hope these guys find there's a special place in hell for people who pick on people who just want to be left sort of alone. Worst thing they did, though, that wasn't even the worst thing they did drawing on one of my art pieces. They threw a fucking full can of Coke at me. And it sealed, but it still hit like a fucking truck. I don't know if you've ever felt the weight of a cola can. Them fuckers are heavy. So being smacked in the back of the head with it really bloody hurt. I thought I got a concussion at one point. Because they smacked me in the head. And all it was, I dying of starvation because I had no money to pay for food. But then I was getting picked on by people. I was like, fuck this. And all this was happening while my mum was in hospital. So the last thing I needed to deal with was dickheads. But I said, right, there's a special place in hell for people like you that pick on people weaker than you. Especially people who are already going through shit enough. My mum's in fucking hospital, you type bastards, and I just wanted a break. I can't eat because I can't afford it, and I don't want to worry my mum by asking her for food. So what the fuck am I supposed to do? My dad's never home because he's always at work. So I'm stuck. So a lot of friends used to buy me food that I knew. And I'm always grateful to them who did. Because one of my friends even, he used to buy food and always share half his meal with me, so he wasn't eating either. So I always felt so sad. I tried to stay in contact with him, but when I spoke to him, he was like, who are you? I don't know who you are, weirdo, leave me alone. So I just left him because apparently he went weird for someone, another friend I was speaking to at the time. I was just so sad because he was such a nice guy. But I guess time does weird things to everyone. I was worried that I'd fall out with you, or fall out of contact with you. Because when you said you weren't like into Rick and Morty at one point, or you weren't into cartoons at the moment, I was like, what? No, don't say that. I have nothing else to talk about other than cartoons. Because I literally don't do much of anything else. Oh, I drank all my drink, no, I've got a tiny bit left. Because I literally speak to no one now. I speak to Ace, I speak to another person called Cameron, I speak to you, and that's basically it. You've seen 2. I believe the third one came out yesterday. Something like Bethcest or something like that it's called. The title gives it away, and it's really fucking awkward. I like how the dynamic of how the cartoons have changed due to the portal gun breaking. Rick's been getting less and less control over situations in the series, and now he's at the point where he has no control over everything, and basically everyone's treating him like their bitch now. Feel so sorry for Rick. The bombshell, though! The fucking first episode, that bombshell! What? What? I was in shock! I was watching it. Yeah, it gets worse. Trust me, it's fucking uncomfortable. It gets worse. Believe me, I watched it and I felt so uncomfortable. Morty and Summer's faces was my face during that situation. And then Rick had the same fucking face as them too. He just did that sort of little ducky face or whatever he does when he's like flustered or when he's like in shock. That little dumb face he does. I was doing the exact same face. I was like, please just leave the house for fuck's sake. That made me so uncomfortable. That episode is like the worst one because it made me so uncomfortable watching it. That's why I'm saying it gets worse. It gets so much worse. I need to quiet down because I'm getting a bit loud, and that's loud. It gets worse. Watch it. It's on that website that I used to use, and if you need a link to it, give me a shout and I'll send it you. Because it's so much worse. This is so loud. Pick a different vid, because not only do I not want to listen to Skyrim music, but it's so loud. Yeah, it gets so much worse. Oh, the first episode was brilliant though. Cause I love the ending season final of the Evil Morty thing. That was stellar. Love the music. It was perfect. That music was amazing. One thing I've always loved about Rick and Morty is the absolutely pristine music. Have you seen Solar Opposites? That's made by this, Justin as well. He's been enjoying that series more than Rick and Morty, bizarrely enough. Because that one has no restraints. Well, this Rick and Morty slightly has restraints. That fucking doesn't. Nice PFP. What the talking about? Oh, profile picture. How long has the stream been on for? Yeah, it's still too early to call it. I'll have to be a bit longer. I just need to finish this wall mainly. But I don't want to really call it a day. Did you chat? Did someone say something to me? Cause I missed it. Oh, you knew what it was too. Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, I did the vampire hitch as my Discord picture. Because I'm giving everyone Halloween costumes this year. Issa, I picked as demon. And everyone's got these monsters. Where's my sketchbook? I did them all in a book and I just went ham. I just drew like 40 pictures in about 10 minutes. And each character is, it's like, not 40, it was 31 pictures, obviously, 31 days of October, so every day I've got a different character as a different monster. Some are really bizarre, like I've got Baba Yaga as one. One's a Baba Yaga, so if you know who what that is, and then there's La Llorona. So that was another one. But La Llorona and Banshee are too close. They're too similar in look. You feel bad for Jerry? You haven't watched that episode then? Come back to me and tell me you feel bad for Jerry after you've watched it. Trust me. I did until the ending. Ugh. I think of the fucking. You remember Anatomy Park when he was like with his mum and dad and that other fella you were with him? His mum's lover. Yeah. Yeah. I like the game console from that episode though, it was good. Oh, here we go. It looks like I've made all of America or something. I don't want too many stars, but that would do. I just didn't know what background to do, and I just kept putting it off because I didn't know what to do, but I think the moon and that looks fine. I don't know whether to call it here because Ace wants to talk to me, but you can just come on stream if you want. What background do you recommend I do for these? They're both like lab sort of sciencey stuff. They're basically like gods themselves, so I don't know what to do as the background. I was gonna do something like probably like this. I won't tell you. Watch the episode. I don't want to spoil it. I'm not, because they're weird fuckers. Because they have completely, all power dynamics is completely swapped, where it was like Beth was overpowering over Jerry and Rick was overpowering over everyone. It's sort of like everyone's fucking swapped. Jerry's overpowering Beth and then fucking Rick's being overpowered by everyone in the house. It's like, well, Morty couldn't be without Rick for 5 minutes. Now it's like fucking switched completely to Rick can't be without Morty for 5 minutes. It's so bizarre how the power dynamics have just gone. It's really clever how they've sort of done it. It's very subtle. I miss lemon grab. I like lemon grab. Yeah, I don't know what to do for the background. I was gonna do something like this where it's like a pool and they both could be standing on it. Bloody hell! Who's he talking to? And thanks for saying that in my chat. You know you can get in shit for saying certain words. And I think he's talking to you, by the way. Because he's already on my PlayStation, so I believe it's you. Try anything that'll refrain from saying anything too bad. I don't want to get censored just because you've decided to say something really bloody dumb in the comments. I hope you're not talking to me. One sec. He might have one of your old accounts. Because he's called Jack Reaper or something like that on the new one, by the way. I had to actually check. I'm just checking that. Oh, right, he's actually found you. Because I've got, like, an account called Your Name with your last real name. And then you haven't been on it in over a year. So I assume that's an old one. Well, if he's just come and said that being rude, then I'm not happy, really. Because, like I said, I've got to be careful what people say in my chat, because I can get in trouble for you saying something too inappropriate. If my stream was ever by accidentally set for kids and he said that, I'd have probably got my video stroke and a strike on my name due to that comment. Which is not set for kids, obviously. Could I say things that I shouldn't say if it's kids' stream? Yeah, you say that, but then when my video gets blocked and then I don't speak to you, you'll find there's an issue. You say what you want on your channel, but refrain from being too much. Oh, that's good. You were playing games together. He's a... Right, now I'm even more annoyed. Why the hell come in saying that then? When I said come and talk in the chat, I didn't mean cause shit. No idea. I saw that game, I was like, meh. You know, when the stream finished, at 7 o'clock, I actually sent you an invite to a chat, but you didn't come back. And then you came back when it was like 9 o'clock, so I gave up. So you can't say I didn't try to get in touch with you again yesterday. I don't really want to turn the stream off to check. It's not out yet, is it? Because I saw it for pre-order today at Smith's, so I don't think it's out. What the fuck? The beta is out. I don't really like shooter games that much, me. I don't get them. I'm not gonna diss them for you guys, but I personally don't really understand them. There's a Pokemon that's a shooter, though. I've seen that. I like that. Looks cool. But I mainly do this because it's not stressful. As much as I like watching people scream at something, I don't want to be that person who's screaming due to the fact, one, there's people in my house who'll actually have a problem with it and give me their problem about it. And two, I just want to do something where I can just relax and just do nothing, but concentrate on this, I guess. But I want the stream to be at least 1 hour 30 or 1 hour or 2 hours, because I'm doing 2 shorter streams. Yeah, but that's the point, it's grab gun shoot person, and I don't really... You're still in a chat from when you played it, what, from like decades ago, or did you play it recently? I'm sad I can't play. I would play that still, but I've just got no one to play it with, because I didn't manage to get the boat, even though I really wanted the yacht. But it just got to the point where it's stupidly dear, just trying to do anything. And then as soon as I was scrounging for the boat, there'd always be something else that I'd either take priority or just annoying. And then not only that, but it was dear and stress. And I don't like doing the missions with people who not only get too stressed about it, but I just don't like doing it with people who don't have no idea what they're doing either. Because that's why Sea of Thieves wasn't fun, playing it with people who don't know how to play it. But then again, if you don't play a game for months and months and months... Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to do it because it's just full of dickheads. That's more reason why I don't ask. It's why I don't even bother paying for the PlayStation membership anymore. I only pay for Switch, but I can't afford it. This doesn't require me to have play internet at all. The only thing I pay for is this is an open server still, so people can join the server. Unless you glitch it and get your own server. I know, but that's where it is tedious, but it gives you something. It's like, I like doing the simple tasks, because you just grind away at doing simple tasks. Admittedly, there is ways that you could get the job done a lot quicker. Have you seen the new? They've announced GTA 6 information, right? Someone hacked it and released GTA 6 information. I haven't seen it personally, because I think they copyrighted it as soon as the information got out. But supposedly there's information out. The only picture I saw of GTA 6 was it was the back of some woman's head. So I don't know if you can play as a woman now, which I have a feeling a lot of people are going to have an issue with that. But who cares? Yeah. But it's something to do. If you're a gamer, then isn't that a good thing that there's a game that takes you years to complete? You don't want a game that you complete in 5 minutes. What's the point of that? Waste of money if you complete a game in a day. I didn't see anything of it. I just heard. What colour should the background be? They're in like a lab, so do you think like a white or a grey? Well, that's the thing with a game like that. There don't need to be an end. It can just go on forever. That's part of the. That's part of it. The selling of it. That's why people like it so much, because there's no end. Because it goes on forever. Some people want a game that they just get comfortable with. Like, I love going back. I remember, like, well, GTA is the best example, because I loved going back and looking like, oh, I remember this one where you were talking to Thingy Thing, and this was during, like, we were doing this, and this was popular, and I had, like, it's cool. No, the fact that there hasn't been another game since PS3 is a joke. And the fact that it's now lived 2 PlayStation console generations, stupid. I don't mind when they remake it, but God. Danny! Shut up! Suck start a rifle? What do you mean by that? You shoot yourself, you mean? Or... Because both of them are confused. That was really weird how you said it. Yeah, but you're not into the games where you grind is part of the game. Right. Yeah, but them aren't your type of games. You don't really like them, so that's why you don't enjoy it. Some people just like a game with mundane tasks every day. You do a little task every day, and it just feels like you fulfill something. Like, I like doing games where you just do a mundane task every day and you just do what the fuck ever. You don't have to do something major or complete a story. You don't even have to get a good reward. It's just if you get a task. Yes. The fact I told Danny to shut up should have been enough evidence. Yeah, but they probably play it like for an hour, couple of hours. You will spend all night grinding the boring missions and get really, really high level in sort of the mission. So it's like if I played once a week and then came back to you in a week, you'd probably be like 50 times higher level than me. And we both started the same, but you're further than me just because you spent more time at the game than I did. Which obviously poo on me, but it's obviously poo on you if you run around too much. Yeah, but like I said, if you grind it too fast, because it's like the people who speedrun Pokemon. What's the point of speedrunning it? Then we've got to wait years for another game. Enjoy it. It's not a race. You're a fool if you complete a game too fast, because as soon as that game's done, you're going back to being bored again. So it's best off just to slow down, take it easy, have fun with it. Don't make it something that's going to be unpleasant. Just have fun. The idea of a game is to be fun, not stressful. I can't answer that question. I don't know. You'll have to ask him when he answers. But I think he's online. He's just doing... I don't know. I'm playing this. I don't know. That looks like a laboratory, doesn't it? Read it. What? Jack's comment or yours? Oh, you're telling him. Yeah. I don't... He's got a PS4 still, by the way. No shortcuts with him, sadly. Because even if a game, like, is short, I enjoy it sometimes. Like, I was sad about, like, how a Hat in Time was done. Because they give the DLC out to people on the Switch. And then they took them years to put it on PlayStation. It took them, like, 3 years to put it on PlayStation, where it was on the Switch in, like, 1. Doesn't put me off a Hat in Time though. I'd be happy to see anything else, but I don't. To be honest, if they did another Hat in Time, I don't think it'd like be anywhere near as good as the first. I think they'd ruin it, so I'd suggest not. Give me the Hedgehog 50p from Peter Rabbit. Why? We got the entire set now though. So if I gave you that, we'd have one missing. We can keep an eye out for it. I can tell my mum, and we can keep an eye out for it. But I don't really want to take it when the collections are not really mine, it's hers. I'm not taking shit off. I already paid like £4 for a coin. Sorry. We found one of the last ones the other day. We found a cat the other day and that was the last one. If we find another one, I'll give it you, but until then, I can't. Unless you find one of the Paddington ones, then I'll swap you. If you find the Paddington with Parliament behind it, then I'll swap you. Why did you spend your spares? All I can suggest is I'll have a look through my pig tin again, pig jar, and see what's inside. But I don't really want to check for it, just in case, because I don't want it. Suddenly, if it goes missing, then you'd be candidate number 1 in case it went missing. So, I'd rather not. Because they are spares. Not really. No, but just in case, I'd keep 2 of every single one because me and my mum are collecting them together, so it's 2. And if you get 1, then you can trade me for 1 you don't have if I don't have the spare. So I'd recommend try and keep 2 of every one, just in case. 1, I don't have it, and 2, you've got leverage to trade with someone. Especially if it's another 50p and they haven't got it. But I did that with some of my pins. I bought 2 of these really big pins that were on sale. So when I went to the park, I traded for a pin that was like 3 times the price I actually paid for the pin just because it was on sale. So it's worthwhile knowing little hacks or cons. Because the ones that are going for the most money now, due to the fact the Queen has passed, there's a Paddington where the Queen is on the coin with Paddington commemorating the Jubilee. That coin is worth so much money now. So if you have that coin, you're sitting on like £3,000 or something as dumb as it was. I was so happy when Sue found London Bridge again. I was so sad when I bought that coin for you. I was like, I want it. But Sue found it again and I got it. I've got it now. But there's a few coins that I'm looking for still. Apparently there's a Jack the Ripper one. I haven't seen it, but it sounds cool. There's also a York coin with the shambles or whatever it's called. I know I got a copy of that coin I got for you because the shambles are. It was on that wizardy coin because it's where they based some of the Harry Potter locations off York. You know that Dagnley or whatever he called it, the evil place in Harry Potter. Yeah, that's based off Shambles in York. If it's not, it bloody looks like it to me, because Shambles is, as like the name suggests, it's all like the buildings are very shabby looking, but it's sort of the quirk to it, and it's become iconic in of itself. The street's very nice though, because all the buildings are like leaning in on each other. It's such pretty cool building. I really want to go York at one point, because there's supposedly a special shop where you can buy these little what's it, porcelain or something like that, China ghosts. And apparently all the ghosts are special because they have like sort of a significance, like they all said to be like past residents of York, each ghost. So it's like if you pick this particular ghost that you feel drawn to, it's supposed to be like a guardian angel sort of thing. It's cool, and the ghosts look really cool, so I really want one. I know my cousin's got absolute tons of them because she actually does live in York, but me asking her for one, I might as well be asking to go to the moon. No chance. Once I finish this wall, I'll call it a day. Because I haven't got that much to finish. I know this background isn't the best, but I couldn't think of anything. What do you do for a laboratory? Sort of, it's not the laboratory, it's like holding cells. So I was trying to think of like a clean lab. So I just did this. God, someone's got bad internet. I'll turn off the camera for now because I just want to lie down. But yeah, I've been really like trying to figure out these characters, and I've been enjoying drawing the Halloween posters, but I need to work on them because I can't tell whether I should do full body artwork or just like a bust, if you know what I mean. It's sort of like the head down to like obviously the chest area, or like top torso and the head, but they call it a bust, to be honest, is what the actual name of it's called. So I don't know whether to do loads of them, because I've got like 31 pictures, but some are required that there is context to the picture, like the Baba Yaga one. She stood on the house looking down, or she stood in front of the house and the house is in the back. Literally, as my stream ends, I'll go and get my plastic pig and see who I've got, and I'll tell you what I've got, and if I've got any doubles, you can have it, but you'll have to pay me the 50p back, because obviously, but if you've got one, if you haven't got one, but I've only got one of it, I can't give it you, because they're not just my collection, they're my mum's, and I can't just give something that not only isn't fully mine, we may collect them together, but it's her coins at the end of the day. If she found out I was giving them away, she'd go mental at me, even to you. So I can't just give it you just because you're missing one, and then I end up missing about 3. All I can suggest is if you're desperate, try and just have a look online, because somebody else's like trash is somebody else's treasure, so someone might be selling it for cheap online if you're desperate. But if I don't have it and if I only have one and you want it, you're probably gonna have to go look for it, because I can't give you mine just because. Cause my mum's actually gone out of her way to buy these separately just so we have them. You're not gonna like peer pressure me into giving it, you just keep asking me. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I'm actually excited to work on some of the designs of the dogs because some of them are really good. I wouldn't mind making some new characters, especially hoping cross fingers I get my iPad at Christmas and I can draw more. I'm looking forward to, what was it now? Drawing again. Because I love drawing my dogs in all different situations. Admittedly, the music on my speed paints is going to be absolute dirt because the video editing app I use only lets me use this copyright-free crap. And there's on the other videos, and there's no way to download MP4s to YouTube, to iPhones anymore. If you want a video, you'll have to... I gave you the money back, and I buy you food every time you come my house. And the Shakespeare coin, I swear I already had, but I don't know which one you're talking about off the tip of my head. I'd literally have to be looking at it and you describe it to me, because there's about 3 coins that go under Shakespeare. So I'd have to be looking at it and you describing it to me. But at the moment, I have no idea. So I'm just not going to talk about it now while I'm here, because I have no idea and I don't want to get in an argument with you. I don't know, like I said, I'll have a look when I'm finished streaming. I just want to finish this wall. Let me finish this wall and then I'll talk to you later, but I don't know now. Off the tip of my head, I haven't looked at the coins in ages, but like I said, I can't just give out them coins because my mum will kill me for doing that because they're not just my coins. She's had to do without the money for ages. There's a lot of money in there because, like I said, 50p's and £2 coins are expensive. We've had to do without the money, and she's actually had to sort of give up on stuff due to the fact she's given me. So I can't just take them and then not give them out for no reason. She'll go mental at me. But changing the subject now, because I don't want to talk about that over this stream. Yeah, I'm excited to start drawing again. Because I've got loads of little ideas that I want to do. Because I've got loads of characters that people haven't even seen yet. Due to the facts I've been unable to draw them and the videos have been dirt. But like I said, the videos will always forever be dirt. Because unless I can find a way to download MP3 or MP4s to an iPhone, there's no way I can do it. One of the solutions I had was I was going to buy not an iPhone, a different brand phone. Because I know for a fact... funny enough, someone said that they can download music files to their phones. So if I can do that, I can sort of export the file and sort of send it myself to the iPhone and then download it like that. And hopefully that'll do it, like send it just as a video file onto the iPhone, like through Messenger or something. Or Discord, whatever. And hopefully that'll do it like that, but I have no idea. But this is all because I pay for the Apple Music thing, because they were deleting all my CD tracks off my phone. It was alright, I'd pay for a few of the CDs, and then magically they'd disappear off my phone. Like most of my CDs now that are on my phone are completely gone because I had to re-buy them on the Apple shop because it deleted all my CDs. So technically my phone has no music on it whatsoever, but it has because it's from Apple Music. But then Apple Music has decided to delete everything else. So because my phone thinks it's got no music on it other than Apple Music when it comes to downloading and using music in games. Download for the win. No idea. I'm like iMovies, there's programs like that. My phone registers that it can't use any other phone. Yeah, it did kind of fuck me over. And now there's no, because my as well, because my computer doesn't react to my phones anymore, and iPhones don't need computers to sort of put music on or anything like that. I have to pay the iMusic now, because otherwise I can't have music on my phone, because unless I pay for every single CD again digitally, there is no way I can back up my phone to the cloud. So the only way I can keep my CD safe in case anything gets deleted is I have to make an iMusic account. So iMusic charge me every month now for this music. But I'm not saying I hate it, because as soon as a new track comes out, I get it on my phone. Obviously, most of the people I like music off, they have to pay a lot to get it on thingy. Yeah, I know Apple's scummy as fuck. That's why I was getting a Sony, which is what I'm going to use to download it. And hopefully with Sony, they'll have a better video editing software on it, so I can just put a decent music with my videos instead. I don't even care for the copyright, as long as the video goes up. I don't care that it gets copyright. I'd try and ask the people you make the videos, but they'd be like, I want a particular song, and I don't mind if they get all the rights to the music, right? I don't even care if they get paid for the fact that my artwork is using their video, because they put in more harder work than I have drawing. Aww. I just want to program like iMovie, or the ability to download a song and then send it on Discord or something. Well, download a video file and then send it on Discord, because as long as I can save the video to my phone, that's it. It just has to have an MP4 downloader. But that's the major thing I need on my phone. It needs to be able to download MP4 files or music and be able to send them to my iPad or iPhone, whatever I've got at the time. Right, I've almost done this wall. Yeah, that'll be fine, but can you send them over? Can you, like, send them to people? Like, through Discord and that? Because if you can send, like, a video through photos and that, you should be able to send an MP3. Right, so can you send them, like, could you, like, download a video from, like, YouTube and then send it to me, kind of? Well, that's the thing, as long as I can do that, then I was just gonna, like, send shit to, like, Danny's Facebook or Discord, whatever, and then just download it from then onto my iPhone, and that was how I was gonna, like, sort of shortcut it, and that's probably the best way I've been able to figure it out, because I used to be able to do it from my iPhone, but I haven't been able to do that for like 10 years now. I lost the ability to download like videos on my iPhone like 10 years ago. It's as dumb as 10 years ago now. If it's not 10, it's at least 5 or 6. Can't send videos on Discord because I don't have Nitro. Oh, I have Nitro. That's good to know, though. Yeah, you're only allowed to send like up to 8 or 3 meg, isn't it, or something through thingy. I can send whatever because I have Nitro. So I send the stickers. And I changed my border in a chat. I decided to pay for it because I just liked the ability to, yeah, 8 meg, I thought so. But as long as I can send it to myself, then it should be fine. Because I could even send it to you, for example, and then it's just there. So if I need it, I can always just I can delete off my phone to save the memory, and then when I need it, I can just re-download the folder. Because I can download, if you sent me a video clip, I can download that off my phone and save it to my photos, but I can't do it with a lot of other things, so I think that's the only way I can do it now. So if I can do that, then I can detach the video file from... I can attach the audio file from the MP4 and make it into an MP3, which is something you can do in iMovie, and that's why I said, as bad as the iPad is, it's got a few things that make it good. The iMovie software is great, and I can't botch it for anything, because it's such a good little video editing software. It's simple. It's literally point and press. There's no fucking annoying little bits of things you have to do. It can do green screen stuff, so you can literally do whatever. So I just like how simple it is. But the only thing it's copped me out of is the copyright music sucks. And the fact it won't let me use cloud music because technically it thinks I haven't purchased it. And that's what it sort of says. It doesn't have authority to use cloud music. So it sucks. That's why so many of my videos that I've done with speed paint suck now, because I can't use the songs anymore. And you have, for some reason, to use not commercial use songs, I think you have to have over 1,000 followers on TikTok just to do that as well. Otherwise I'd edit them through TikTok and then put them on YouTube, but no, not even that will work. So I think this is my last idea, is to buy a non-branded, a non-Apple phone, and then try it with a Sony, because they actually will let you download shit. But if they don't let you video edit it, then that's good, because I wasn't planning to edit it on the Sony anyway. Sony's basically just going to be a glorified downloader. If only I had a computer, then I wouldn't need to go through all this shit. Then I could just save the video to my phone, send it in my cloud pocket, and then just put it on my computer and download it and do it that way. But no, because my computer sucks just as much as my phone does. I'm almost done with this wall, and then I can call it a day. I can call my phone as much as I like. iPhones ain't the best, but it depends the situation. For some situations, they're alright. Like I said, you just point and press. And admittedly, they do sort of squeeze every little drop of money they can out of you. I mean, they offer me 64... This was a 64 gig phone. But I only got 54 or something, and the rest is used for system updates. So I don't get all the memory it says I should, because it's thingy. Yeah, I can do that on iMovie. I know I can do that. But the thing is, I can't go on YouTube and download a file anymore. It won't let me. There's no app on the iPhone that allows you to do that. There used to be, but it got thingied and got blocked, and I was unable to find another one that was just as good as this one. Because even that one was how you'd have to do it. I'd have to download it in another, open it, make it crash, then reopen this other file and then shift it. But it wouldn't work, and then it stopped working entirely, and then the app was forever gone. I could never find another MP4 downloader on an iPhone. That's why I'm so ready to buy another phone, so then I can download videos and make it easy for myself. Because with Nitro especially, if I can send them to Discord and they go through, then perfect. Because the videos will only be like 3 minutes. And they won't be that complicated because most of them will just be, oh, I want this song and I don't have it on my phone, here we go. Like if I want a particular Pokemon song or something, I can do it. But I'm half falling asleep. But I've been needing to do this because I keep putting it off and I can't keep putting shit off like this because in 1 minute I'll leave it and then I won't come to it because I'm hoping when it comes to October, we'll be still playing this, I think, but most of it I'll be putting towards playing Cult of the Lamb again. And the hour, 2 hour streams I was going to do of that, but I may only do an hour. Because I don't want to complete the game really fast. Minecraft you can play for hours and hours and hours, but that is only a couple of hours game. I think it's about 6 hours. Cult of the Lamb played properly. It's about 6 hours to complete every little thing, and that's if you don't die once. With no grinding as well. You just focus on pure gameplay. Jesus, I'm tired. Drifting off. So close to finishing this wall. Oh, the pre-orders for the plushies stopped today. I'm a bit sad because I didn't manage to pre-order one, and I pre-ordered the record, but not the plush. Because it was like, which one's better, the vinyl, which is the song on a record, like a record player, that, or a plushie. I couldn't decide. But I was like, my mum wanted me more to get the vinyl. Because not only was it slightly, it's like even dearer than the plushie, but it was like a choice between the vinyl or the plushie. But I was like, which one would you pick? I haven't got many vinyls, and there's not many with such cool discs. Like, this has a really cool disc, because it's got the lamb on it. And one side's all flowery and cute, and the other side's all bloody and scorched, and it's got horns, because the lamb before it got possessed sort of thing, it didn't have horns. So on one side it's all covered in flowers and it's got a really cute face, and then on the other side it's full of skulls and it's got the horns and its eyes are just sockets. There's no eyes. And it's got bones everywhere. But the disc both sides is all like tie-dye sort of red and black, and it's really pretty. Oh, Animal Crossing. See, I enjoyed Animal Crossing when it was out, but when you play it for so many hours and there's nothing like sort of alluring you, because what kept people coming back was when Animal Crossing had updates. Once they stopped doing updates, that's it, the game was like dead. But the fact that it had a 3-year lifespan is great. Even longer if you if you played on it a lot with people, and it was like one of the major hangouts. Because I would have played it a lot more if I had people to play it with, but the fact that I don't sort of put me off it. Not only that, but I found it awkward at some points. But I completed mine to the point, and I played through because even what gives Animal Crossing more lifespan is if you want to play through the game again, like make another village, play as like a different gender character, even though, because that's usually what keeps me alive in like games. When I make 2 files for games, I usually play one as a girl, one as a boy, just to say, yeah, I'm not playing Doom. I don't like shooting games like that because they're not mine. I'd watch you play it and stream it, that'd be fun. But personally, I don't wanna. It's not a game I'd play. You said Doom because of Animal Crossing came out on the same day. I still found that funny. People who went to game were queuing up for Doom and just Doom alone would then walk out with not only a Switch but Animal Crossing as well. I found that funny that all the big scary guys who went in to play Doom would also walk out with Animal Crossing. It was one of like the highlights, but it was just such a bizarre queue because there was people so diverse in that queue. It was hilarious. I've been there a few times where the was queue is. That's the first time it's been that diverse. Satanic cult with bloody cutesy pootsy animals. It was very funny. But I think that's the first time it's such a diverse queue. But I know I've been in a queue where it's been 2 different games coming out on the same day, and it's been hectic. Cause I'm sure there was a game that came out on the same day as Pokemon, and that caused issues. Because people were claiming that they pre-ordered both, but they didn't. So they'd get the pre-order gift, but then not walk out with Pokemon game, and I've played Hat in Time, but I don't think I completed it. Medieval I can't play. It's... I'm waiting for Cult of the Lamb, and I wanted to play Disney Dreamlight Valley when that comes out. I only want chill games, because I don't want to be... Sorry, Cameron, but I don't want to be Mrs. Rage. If you're known for that reputation of raging, great, but I literally do not play games because they do that to me, and I only play games like this due to the fact they don't make me upset. Because I don't see the point in getting angry with the game, it's stupid. I should play a Hat in Time and I should complete the run. Yeah, but it's paying for it, and the fact that I can't do the Death Wish contracts. I can do the seal bit, but I can't do the deal bit. And I'm not putting myself through that stress because them contracts suck ass. I don't see you doing it. Right, I knew it was whistling. I was zoning out. I wasn't even listening to the music. I'm gonna call it in a second anyway. I'm just checking today. And I did this today. So we got that wall to fill in. I'm confused. I'm ending the stream now, so I'll be joining you in a sec. I'll join a party in a second. Alright, thank you for watching, everyone who did come by. I think I'll be doing another one of these, but I don't know whether I'll just be doing some wall work, because I haven't done that in a while, and I need to. So, see you all again soon. Bye-bye.